All right, guys. So this is just I don't know what everyone's expecting with this one, but this is what I'm going to do. I've not watched any of the game film at all. I'm going to sit and watch it now and just comment on it as we go along. I'll draw up maybe some illustrations if it's needed, that kind of thing. But for the most part, it's just me viewing the game film as we go along, as it plays, obviously, in the main bit of the video itself. So let's take a look, shall we? First play a kickoff. Ace. So we see, we've got these guys all set up on that right hand side there to block, right here. That's great to see. They know where they're going. They know exactly where the ball's going as well. And we can see now their engagement. They've got this next level here. Great. They're going to go up. They know exactly what to do. And we can see, I would say there looks like there's a lot of traffic here with our guys. It looks like we've got a good 4 or so there, maybe 1 or 2 SGS there. But for the most part, it's looking good. Yes, we do need to kind of sprint up here. Could be great if we got a little more eyes here, because look at this kind of situation here. There's been no block down here, that kind of thing. But let's just see how it plays out. Who's going to make the play? Leo's turned it out to the side. And right now, and this is one of those things that we'll continue to work on and develop, is right now, here's the ball once again. And like I mentioned, like before Christmas, when we're looking at the film, we've got eyes on the ball right here. Everybody's facing the play right now, rather than facing away. And I know it's tricky because we're getting towards the end of the play. Yeah. All right. Ends up being forced out of bounds. 3 or 4 people behind him. So first play, so far so good, eh? So we can see SGS really stacking the box on us here. We've got 4 DBs out here, but for the most part, the other 7 are inside the box. So in situations like this, when they're stacking the box, obviously, it means that it's going to be a little bit harder to do stuff on the inside than it is outside of it. Numbers game, isn't it? Good motion. Boom. But you see there, inside contain, they've got a few animals on that line, breaking for that line of scrimmage, got him up for that. Once again, sack heavy box. Good little side step by the running back, but it's not enough to get past the onslaught that's coming from the D line. A great route to race. Eyes are downfield. We're looking where to go, looking what adjustments to make with those routes. We've got cut in from the far side receiver. Turning round, eyes around, ball's already away. We've got the pocket there to protect the QB so he can get the ball away. Just unfortunate there. Little bit high. But for the most part, that's a bit of an opportunity, that one. Have I gone back one player, or is this the one? That's the handoff. Okay. So just to see it once more. Snap. Pockets holding up. And this is where I think we're going to be looking to do a little bit more work next week. These short throwing games, they were open quite a lot. And we'll see them in a few plays today. But we can look up here. When they stack that heavy box, we get a lot of kind of situations out here that we can take advantage of. We can see there's no DBs in this entire area, so we should be looking to take advantage of this over the next couple of weeks, the next couple of sessions, getting this short passing game on the go. See if we can nail these, because right here, look at this. Boom. He's in space, and even if there's a tackle on the play, even if they are straight to the ball, which in theory they are, they've got 3 people around it, that is still a good 5-6 yards. And if we can get 5-6 yards, we're looking good. But unfortunate for that one. A little bit high. Yeah. So, we're only going on, obviously, the plays which are on the playlist. And this is what we used on the sidelines, obviously. As you from the angle when we look at plays and what adjustments we need to make as coaches as well. So that's generally what we use this film for. So going over to the defense now. Remember, they've got this guard heavy, this pulling lineman heavy situation. So the key is always in the run game is reading where those guards are going and following them. Okay, the majority of the time, anytime we see, and I don't know if it's going to happen in this play, but anytime we see a guard pulling like this, these running backs are going to stick in behind them. So when we see situations like that, linebackers especially, you want to, if we're on the backside of the play, backside of the play, you can fill that gap and run and chase down the play from behind. There's nothing wrong with chasing down the backside like that to make a play, and we'll certainly see a few examples of that as time goes on. So first play, it's a pass play. Great play here. That's so unfortunate on that play here. And what you'll see defensively is we're only about a step behind. Every time they make a big play, we're a step behind from shutting it down. That's a testament to their program. So this is a great pass rush here. This is a great pass rush. We're in a outside movement. So we're taking that outside gap, we're flaring, he's hitting that gap. Anytime we're flaring, what we're looking to do, your kind of success is much more running the circle. And what I mean by that, let's draw back, is you're much more likely to come round and back to the play to make a play than we are anything else, especially when we've got a good back step from the tackle like we have in this play here. So let's watch how he runs that circle now. Here, makes contact, he's beating him at this point. As soon as that offensive lineman turns, he's lost the rep, and now it's about getting back onto that play. As we can see here, boom, boom, he sheds off. This is where he's got the QB, and it's just unfortunate that we just stole his vagina warmer there. QB comes off, makes a great play. We're all downfield in coverage. Although, saying that, what we got here. So here's our backers. So in theory, 49 should be out here. If we've read pass, we should be dropping back into this zone. So is that 49 or 48? 48. He's in his read step. He's dropped back. Okay. So we can see here, linebackers are flowing over this way. Right now, we've got the ball. We can see we've got everybody eyes on that backfield. So I'm unsure why we're running this way. Playing smart, so we've read pass, so that means we should be running to our zones. So that means for these linebackers, Mike, Will, and Sam, we know that we've got those three zones over the middle, so we should be fanning out into those zones until we see that player over the line of scrimmage, because at that point, we can see him break. He's broken the line of scrimmage here. We're on the opposite half of the field. If our wheel backers drop back into this zone where it should be, we end up in a one-on-one situation outside in that one-on-one with that quarterback. Good legs on him. Great pursuit from the safety position to bring that one down. So pass. He's off. Let's have a look. Great read here by Sam. Here's our safety coming down. Great play by both of them to shut that one down from there. I'm going to try my best. I mean, I will talk for time on these things, but I try and speed it up. Once again, I mean, look at this pass rush. This is great work in the pass rush. So straight through. Yes, he's got contact, but look how we're turning that corner. Look how we're whipping round and forcing our way back to the play. That's really great end work there. Really great end work. Big offensive lineman. This is big offensive lineman. So the fact that we're getting through and working back to the ball. Look at that. Working back to the ball. And if we had refs which were looking, he should be looking. This is a holding situation. He's got hands on the back of him and everything. But that's great work. Working back to the ball like that. Shame lost our footing to work back. But great work there. Great work. So pre-snap alignment. Let's see what's happening. Look at the sideline. We can't be trusted with a play call, so we need to... Yeah, there we go. Okay. So, snap. There we go. Let's see. We're all set up. 3 men down. Got a Viper set on the line. Nice and aggressive. 3 very different alignments from those linebackers. And there it is. So, let's see these guards. Where are they going? What are they doing? Here we go. So here we go. Here's guard. He's pulling. So right now we should have eyes on this guy. Wherever that guard is going, the ball carrier is going. Now chances are we got a heads up on this. We've got the ball carrier on the left-hand side of the quarterback. So a lot of the time he's going to run across the face. Not every time, because they're going to do that back step as well. Don't get me wrong. That comes into play later in the game. But when their guy is on the left, the majority of the time they're going to run across the face of the quarterback to take the handoff. So the fact that we've got the guard pulling over this side as well, 2 real good keys of what's going to happen. So right now, we've got ourselves in a little bit of limbo. We've got pulling guards. We've got an open space here. We should be filling. Fill that gap, fill the play, chase it down from behind. Great play in the backfield for this one, and we mop up. Okay, but if we just look, there's a slight bit of hesitation. So I think it's a wheel backer on this one. Here we go. Look to me. Let's get set. Here we go. So wheel backer. He's looking in the backfield. We should have eyes on the guard, not the backfield. Look at the guards. The guards lead the way. We're taking a step back when we should be filling this gap right here. If we see this gap and we fill it, we're now down in the field supporting the run. As it is, tackles in the backfield, and we're already here. We're now, what's that, 10 yards away from the game when we could be right up nice and aggressive. Play's been made. We're still miles away up here. So, read those guards. Those guards pull. As soon as they open that gate and they head down that line of scrimmage, we want to be filling their backside. Because remember, like I say, that guard goes, let's say this is the guard, that running back wants to tuck in behind him right here. So he's got a little bit of protection. So we can chase down and tackle from behind to make plays. See the guard pull, fill the gap. Let's just make sure we take, nope, never mind. All right, next play. Here we go. Last play. So once again, what happens with guards? Let's think guards, linebackers, let's think guards. Those heads are straight downfield. Those shoulders are straight downfield. They're taking steps back. So anytime the guard is taking a step back, they're in pass pro. Pass protection means pass. So at those situations, we can get, rather than looking in the backfield, trying to look over a huge offensive line, eyes on the guard. If he's taking steps backwards, those shoulders are staying square, we're probably looking at that pass, so we can drop to zone. Big pass. We got one safety. We should have a corner here. 2-on-1. We should hope. Now, what I will say about this one is it's a little bit cut off, so we can't really see it. But this is what I always talk about with these zones, okay? And I'll draw it on the field, so ignore everything in the background. If the wide receiver is running that route, as he is here, and we maintain a big cushion over the top, like a good 5 yards, so we can see exactly what's going on. If we're always over the top, what happens is when this ball is popped up, because we are 5 yards deeper the entire time, we're going to be in a much better position to make this play. As it is, we're not deep enough to make that play. I think that's an interception if we're playing a soft cover 3. If we're playing back and we've got eyes on the quarterback, I say that's an interception. Thankfully, though we're all in place to make a play, we should come up short. if that's against, you know, Bath, if that's against Exeter, where they haven't got that quarterback to make those big throws, who hasn't got that arm, I think that ball's underthrown and it's a pick. But against this guy, number 3 or number 8, who showed he had an arm in the second half, if we can play that deep zone, then we're going to play back to the ball rather than chasing underneath that ball. But, you know, what we got there is a 3 and out. This is the 4th down. Once again, read the guards. The guards are not changing their position. They're not moving away. We can read pass. Couple more steps. Look at this. Look at this. Once again, great work to get over the top. Run back to that ball from the ends. That's real great work once again. Half a second so off the ball. Right here, this is you winning that block. This is you winning it, because now you can work towards coming off those hands, because you can see where those hands are now. That's holding. You know, his hands on his back. So if we're starting to work back towards it, once again, in theory, we should have some holding calls if we don't get free in to make that backfield, that situation. Right, let's have a look at that backside play. So we got a corner, and we've got a fly going on. He's going deep down. Where's he going? Yep, so he's going deep. We've got our back to him, maybe giving him a little bit of space, but here's where we're looking. Perfect break for them, picking apart that cover 3 that we've got. Yeah, just perfectly placed in between the two. We got a good play here. Let's see how far back that zone read goes. Let's have a look. Where's that ball gone? There's the ball gone there. So we should have, in theory, very hard to tell here. Looks like, I think this might be the Viper here. Looks like it's a little bit infield. It looks like it's on the hash rather than further to the sideline. Maybe we could have got a little bit there. But for the most part, that is a great ball that's hit right between those two zones. Good completion. Sometimes they just make plays. We're there at the end. The corner, come down at the top, makes a play. It's just unfortunate. It's a little bit short. I think it got flagged on this one. Did they? No, they didn't. Okay. Right, snap, read. Let's see what's going on. Where are our offensive line? So is it pass or run? Can we see high hat, low hat? Are those hats high or are they low? Okay, so what's happened? It's a pass. I mean, that looks like a tackle to me. But it's a pass. Because all those guards, all the linemen are back. Once again, what is that first step? What's that offensive lineman doing? See that? Let's go back. See, micro step. Just watch this lineman. Watch this foot. Watch his first couple of steps. See how it's back. Pass pro. Okay? Pass pro. He's going back. So once again, linebackers, don't look in the backfield. Don't look in the backfield. Watch your offensive line. Watch the offensive line. One of the things I've noticed just in these last kind of 5 plays, especially this tackle, okay, he is really quick on his back pedal, his back step into pass pro. Look, we're like half a second into the play, and look how deep he's already got. There's his line of scrimmage, and he's already a good 2 yards behind. He's very quick into it. So if you notice little things like this on day, on film, use him to read what's going on. Because this big thing here, that gives you a real quick read to know, all right, that's a pass. Drop from my zone. Find that zone, get in coverage quicker. We can see it drop the zone, paddling back. Good safety. Look at that great cushion over the top. Great to see. DBs are all deep here. Nobody's deeper than us. Hey, DB scrambled because he's got nothing. Great coverage downfield. Let's just have a look what's going on with that big tackle in the backfield, shall we? Where did that come from? Oh, that's just a good block. That's a really good block. Maybe he stays down on it a little bit too long, but that's a great block by the way. Okay, next play. Left flag. Okay, yeah. False start. Nothing else to be said. Offsides, nothing else to be said there. And there's that false start. from the opposite side. Nothing to say there. Next play. Let's go. All right. We get a couple of plays now, I believe, because we get a big one down, I think. Or they get the big flag, the 15-yard flag. Let's see, I can't. Okay, so once again, let's look at this play. Let's look at these reads. We saw it as a handoff. Let's look at these guards if we can get a good angle on it. Okay. We got a good cut. And no guards pulling that time. There you go. Okay, I was wrong. No read that time. Okay. Happens. That's how football works, right? We all have multiple plays to do things. Okay, pass. Let's look at our guards. No guards pulling. We would assume pass. Hey, I'm wrong. Hey, it's good to be wrong. Oh, there you go. There's a charging guard. Is that charging guard? Where's he come from? We're going to see the backside guard, maybe. Bongo. Yeah, there he goes. Okay. So now that we know the play, once again, think the guards. Look at the guards. So this is the backside guard. They got Bongo on the go. There he is. Look at that. He's all ready. There's the snap. The ball's not even at the quarterback yet. And that guard is disengaged and is turning to do this. So that's before the QB's even got the ball and even that mesh point has been hit. So once again, as a linebacker, as a safety, as a corner, if we get our read away from this backfield, that first initial read, our first initial eyes away from that backfield, you can read these guards and what's going on. Because he's already told you the play. This guy right here, backside guard, has already told you the play before the QB's even got the ball. So, that gives us that little half second extra information. Boom. He leads up. We know it's a run. So if we know it's a run, if we've seen that guard play, you know, as a corner who's dropping back right now, that means, boom, I'm going to stick downfield. I'm going to come down. I'm going to play this outside shoulder. I'm going to get force around the backside. If I can beat him speed-wise, great. I've got a bit of run support in there. If you're the linebackers, and Mike Wood, if you've seen that guy pull backside linebackers, you're going to fill that gap. You're going to run down there, Will, right through that gap, following that pulling guard's tail, make a play from the backside. Sam, Mike, you're going to know, point of attack, let's get down there, let's blow it up, let's take the lead blocker's legs out, let's cause some piles down here behind the line of scrimmage for a play. So he comes out, he just beats his lineman out the backfield here. Unfortunate on the block. There we go, we forced him out though, there we go, okay. Once again, see that guard pulling? Every play, look at him pull. Look at that, once again. Cube hasn't even got the ball yet. Yeah, hasn't got the ball. What do we see? Two of them. Two guys turning downfield and off. Play diagnosed right now. So if you're not being called to blitz, or if you're not a D lineman, or you're not one of those linebackers sending a bit of pressure, read these guards. These guards are going to tell you exactly what's going on pre that quarterback getting it. Eyes on. You see pulling guard? Go. Backside linebacker. Follow the hole. Pace it down from the back end. Strong backer. Mike backer. Hit that point of attack. Clean it up. I like that. QB's going to make a block and he takes something out of it. Who is that? Hey, good bit of contact there on the QB. But we stretch it out and we make it play. Great stuff. Okay, here we go. Offense, that was a fourth down stop. Ace. Unfortunate once again. Let's have a look up. What do we talk about in that first series? Space all around. If we can get that ball in space, 4 or 5 yards, what's going to happen? They're going to have to bring people out of the box to compensate. What happens when they do that? They empty in the box. That gives us more numbers in the box to make plays. Simple football. They're going to put the more players where they think they can get the work done. And then they have to compensate, and then we change the plays. Here, look at this play. We've got a block. We've got space. We got a hell of a lot of space here. Now, they've broken on it, don't get me wrong, but if we get that ball in his hands, okay? If he gets that ball in his hands real quick, real ready to play, he can make a turn and he can get a good 3 yards, 4 yards or so for play. It's just unfortunate the ball's up and over the place, and they're very good at breaking that block. We're out, break down, ready. He's beaten the block. Unfortunate, but there it is. Those opportunities are there. We can see they're there. Again, they're a little bit overpowering us on the line of scrimmage. All this here. So if you remember, those of you there for the Christmas discussion, we looked at kind of the offensive line at the beginning of the year, at the end of the year. We saw how at the beginning of the year against the SGS game, we had our first step was the situation. They were faster than us. And when we look at the Southampton game, our offensive line were that first step quicker, weren't we? We were taking that first step forward. We're back at that stage where we're that step behind on our first step again. Now, yes, there is a massive jump in quality of the opponent that we're playing, but all it means is we just got to sort that first step out, guys. That first step once again. Let's think about that first step every single time. O-line, what are you doing during the week? Are we working on that first step when we're outside of training? You know, it could be just in your room at home, just that stance, step, getting used to it, getting up into that start position each and every time. You can sit there 5-10 minutes just working on that boom, that quick step over and over again. And by this time, they swarmed the ball really well coached. Look at that. Really well coached. Okay, so once again, let's set ourselves up. There we go. So, nice wall here. Pass pro, I'm assuming. Good ball coming here. Plenty of time. We've got a space for days once again. Here's look, this has got to be our man, right? This has got to be our man right here. Here it is. Look at that. There's the play. We've got enough time to get that play out. We have all these flats to go. All these flats. Boom. Okay? Right there. Yes, they've got flow to it. Great. But what is this? Hit down. This is a 5-yard completion. 5 yards. So, if we're making these 5-yard plays, now at this time, yes, we're double sticks. We're all the way back. It's long. But if we're making 5-yard plays on these little chunks, that's what we need. You know, you just need 4 yards of play. First down, second down, third down, move the chains. 5 yards, 5 yards, 5 yards. These little passes. So we're moving up. 4th down. Bit of a punt. So we're all lined up. Maybe we could be a little bit wider apart, but we did really well on punt. I'm not going to lie, we did really well. We saw them come out in a lot of different punt formations. They overload. So that, for example, this is when they overload that right-hand side. Lots of bodies there. Great work on this shield every single time. So, because all we need to do, remember, like I said last Wednesday, this front line, you just need to get a shoulder on somebody. That's it. Half a second hold up and then release downfield for coverage. Hey, good snap. Good snapping all day from our backup snapper. Boom, there it is. Half a shoulder in and release. Ryan's got the ball. Shield is holding up that second line. Away it goes. Away it goes. 1, 2. Unsure why we're facing down the field. Anyway, downfield we go. Out of bounds, turnover. Great stuff. Okay, here he is again. This guy right here. Once again, QB's literally just got it. He's just told you to play. Where's he going? There we go. So where's the guard going? Watch. Hop. Stays in pass pro. Over it goes. Great work. Once again, great work by the safety. Watch the safety come down and make the play on top of it. That's what the cover one safety, cover three safety should be doing. Great block. Look at him shadowing up. Our corner's going to come down. Should be playing outside shoulder. Why outside shoulder? Because we've got help flowing over. Okay, we don't want to give up the sideline at all. So there we go. Brilliant. Do you see that angle? He comes down outside shoulder. Takes a step. Watch the angle again. If we carried on and came down and played this outside shoulder, okay, we're already there. Now we're heads up. Now we're inside. Okay, so always force that outside shoulder because you're going to force this guy back in. And look at this. We've got help coming over everywhere. Great work, safety. Good angles. Top support everybody else. Get set. Check with me. Check with me. Screen other side. So corners down. Safety is already coming. Shut it down again. Couple of yards. Great stuff. Great stuff. Right at the middle. Couple of missed tackles. Great block. So let's just break that one down again. So here, once again, we're playing that edge. Great work. We're turning the corner. That's not your job done. Let's see if we can fire back as best we can to clear up. Right, let's look number 9. You've got the ball. Here's an open field tackle. Okay, this is an open field tackle. This is one-on-one. We have to clean this up. We have to clean this one up. Boom. We're there. In. He's duped us both. We've broken down too early. We're on the floor now. He's gone. 2 of us. We work on that swoop, that breakdown of the tackle, hitting low, you know, all the time, every single week. 2 missed. Fairness, great block. Great block. So this is a great teaching point. Watch this guy here. He's undersized maybe considerably, but all you need to do to put a good block in is get in the way and sacrifice your body. You don't have to put somebody on the floor. You don't have to get hands on them. Sometimes it's just about getting your body in the way. So watch it. He's just got his body in the way. He is a wall. His bum is to the play. The running back is playing off the bum. And he gets floored. You know, if you were looking at a heads up, like who's going to win this level of contact, he's on the floor. But he's done enough to take this guy out of the play. Okay, he's done enough to spring his running back round. And we're just unfortunate that they've got some more blocking downfield. We've come inside. Always outside in from the corners. Always outside in. Let's not give up the sideline. So he's got a good block. We should be forced. Yes, he's got a bit of physicality on him. But if we've run, okay, from the corner position, which you have here, okay, you've run at this point. We have to be aware of the backside of the play. We have to be aware of outside the hashes. Our eyes the whole time are inside and we can't see the backside of the play. So when we do, we're still running, we're keying on the ball. We need to be more field aware. We need to know that this guy's here and we need to be forcing our way around the backside. So it's only at this point we know he's here. This is too late. This is too late right now. He's got the block. We're out of the play when we should be forcing round. Because in theory, if we go back a little bit, if we key here, okay, if we key here, right, it's a run. I know it's a run. And we've got eyes round to this side of the field and what's going on, you can see these guys, okay? And you can play accordingly. So you can. All right, I know I've got to stay outside and force everything back in. Because if we play force and you play the outside shoulder here, okay, you protect the sideline. Chances are we do a little bit more on making this guy force his way back in. If he sees that you're forcing round, and let's say you've drawn this blocker here and here, he sees that, he's got to work back up. He's got to work back up into our safety, hitting the gap, hitting the alley to make the play. This block ends up being relevant because this running back will have to force his way back up because of the situation here. Just a bit of run support there from the corner. Oh, we run. We don't run to the ball. Assess the field, see what's going on. Remember, you're protecting the sideline, forcing everything back in. So even getting wider than this guy, if you cannot go through him, if you cannot hold him up, if you're outmatched physically, speed and round, you can really affect a play just by your body movement without having to worry about contact. So if we loop round like this, he has to reset his bum, okay? Running backs run to blockers' bums. If you're looping round like this and he's turning to block you like that, he's going to have to run inside this guy's bum. And like I say, everything then changes because he would be here, you're around here. Even if you get blocked out like this, the running back has to adjust what he's doing, and we have flow from the inside. We've given up the sideline. Easy streets for him. But I think that one got called back, didn't it? Yeah, it was like a big 15-yard penalty. That's good coverage. I like the coverage on that one. We may be a little bit late, 47, but I think we're there enough that if this is a properly thrown ball, I think once and that's a pick. I think I don't think he does enough there, QB. You know, if the QB throws that properly, a pick. So I think we're fine there. Trips. Have we called our adjustment? Are we playing adjustment? Let's see what happens. Pulling cards. Okay. Hey, great. Well, look at that. Who's that? Where's that come from? That was a great play. A great play. Is that the mic? Or is that the Sam? Either way, that is a great read. That is an absolutely great read. Eyes. See that? He's seen the turn. He's looked at the side. He's seen the setup. He's going straight there. Straight there. Great play. Great tackle. We beat the body and we swarm. This is really good, guys. This is one of the things that's been commented on when I've spoken to different coordinators and coaches throughout the season is our ability to swarm to the ball. Really, really good. As soon as that one person comes in, we start to swarm to the ball as well. Once again, don't get me wrong, this is great coverage. This is a great job. Just a great job. The thing is, doesn't matter how good a job we can do, we can always obviously make those slight changes, those one or two things which make a great play an excellent play, and we should never stop striving for that. This is a great example because what happens here, once again, we get great work up front, okay? Great work up front. All right, there is enough for us to pressure the quarterback, okay? That pocket is collapsing just enough for him to not have enough time to play around. The other great thing that's happening, we're flaring and we're holding it as well. So one of the things that isn't happening here, it's not like we're keeping the line of scrimmage flat, okay? We're bending him into a pocket, so we're suffocating him, if you will. And that's great. That's really great. Those ends are working round. The second level, the linebackers. Okay, so we're dropping. We've seen it. We're dropping. We got eyes. We got a guy in the flat. I mean, this guy right here, you should be right here. This is your guy here. Or not your guy, but your zone. Okay? Play zone football. We're not playing... so, I'm assuming we're in zone right now. Okay? I'm assuming we're in cover 3 zone rather than in man. If we're in man, then that's a different story altogether. But just by seeing this guy going to the flats, I assume we're in zone. So if that's the case, we can't be running off with players. So Will or maybe Sam, depending on what the strong call. We're back. We're back. You right now should be in hook to zone. Okay, hook to zone where I guess we're going to be around sniffing this guy out here. We shouldn't be following this guy deep. Okay, we've got an open target here, which your zone should be. We should be here. The DBs are all dropping once again. We're deeper. We're deep. Once again, it's just one of my kind of things, is if we're that extra 5 yards, we're 5 yards deeper, okay, than the play, we can come back to the ball. But also, because we're 5 yards deeper, okay, we're in a much better position to see that and to make an interception. Now, as it is, like I say, we are the deepest man. So if we're the deepest man, you know, by a couple of yards, that's a great position. But if we just give that extra little bit of pillow, that's going to allow us to make some of these plays. And now I would say, like I say, that's the second time when they've overthrown it that we are in a better position if we just play a little bit more cushion on those zones. Once again, if that's against Southampton, if that's against a Bath, that's against an Exeter, chances are that ball is not thrown in deep and it comes into a big jumble patch of 3 or 4 people to make play. You know, who's going to bring it down? Know your opponents, yes. All right, how long have we been going? All right, we've been going for 40 minutes. All right, let's see what else we've got. So we're back on offense. So another, once again, great series. We had one penalty, don't get me wrong, that's 15 yards running back. Another one, 4 and out. Okay, 4th down and out. Great. Okay, back to offense. Pass play. Fake. Again, we've held down. Here's this space again. Look at this space. This is wonderful. This is it. This is going to have to be our bread and butter, okay, at the weekend. If we're going to move the chains, this is where we can attack. This is where we can attack. Boom. Look at that. Yes, once again, they've got the coverage, but we've got the play, okay? We've made a 10 yards. 10 yards. If we played, we've gone here, I think he ran like an out, was that? We've got 6 yards. Okay? Great work. Great work. Great space. Great ball for Callum. Again, release downfield. Right now, we have these 2 guys are open. 2 guys are open. Choose your poison. Enough pass pro, that 2 to 3 seconds. Ball's out. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Let's take that every single time. 10 yards. Let's go downfield. Next one. Pass pro. Once again, look at this. Look at this space in these flats. These short ones. These short ones. Boom. There's the catch. Upfield. They're swarming. Made a tackle. Once again, 5 yards. 5, 6 yards. Great work. Short. Fast plays. There we go. 3rd and halfway there. Oh, sorry, is that 2nd or 3rd? 2nd, isn't it? Ace. Got a bit of motion. Stalking our block a little bit. Here we go. Leo being Leo. Boom. Unfortunate there. Okay. Oh, we must have had a penalty on that one. We just dropped back 10 yards then. Okay, so look at this. Look at this. Downfield, downfield, downfield blocking. Setting up this alley. Look at this. This is exactly what this play is drawn up to look like. This is exactly where we should be right now. Throw. It's that throw. Yes, we're under pressure. I get it. I get it. We're under pressure. Okay? Dump. way I want you to think about this throw is like you're playing catch with a toddler. Okay? I'm not saying our run back is a toddler by any means or anything like that. But like, you never whip a ball at a toddler. You're always just like, there's the ball. There's the ball. That's how we want this. Nice and gentle. Whoop! Because right now, we make this catch. Look at this space. We got blocks everywhere. Blocks everywhere. Even an offensive lineman. Look at that downfield. Third and long. All right, we've got a bit of a reverse going on. There's the fake. There's the reverse. Boom. Off he goes. Great work. Look at this space. Look at all this space now we've got to run with. Look at it. Let's go, Leo. Let's go. There's 6. There's 10 yards. And more. And more. 10 yards and more. Absolutely phenomenal. So this is one of those situations where scheme and where the coaches can do better. Okay? This is where we can do better. There are certainly situations when blocks are missed on the field, when routes aren't run, when balls aren't catched, that kind of thing. Those are on the field situations where players can do better. But these are the ones that we can do as coaches to make better. Can we find the right plays and the right time to call plays which completely mess up our defensive unit? And that's what's happened here. You know, we've played this, we've got reverse, boom. Because all this space, everything, every bit of their flowing to the ball, throwing to the ball of attack, gone. They've over pursued. Look at this. All these guys, all over pursued this side of the ball. And what happens? You get a cheeky little handoff upfield. He is untouched for a good 10 yards or so. Makes a couple of extra yards downfield as well. Great call. Great execution. We drop. On the run. We're unfortunate there. We're just unfortunate. That was great coverage. Can't let that. Hand in. Where's our next read? Where's our next read? Hey, here. Look at this. This hitch is right on. Or come back, however you want to call it. Don't know if we pre-read it or whether it's our hot route. Harrison, tight end. He is swamped. This guy, is that maybe Leo? Wide open here. Wide open. Right here. Wide open. Yes, there's a guy coming back, but this is your first down right here. Sometimes it's about like kind of those smarts pre-snap, thinking which route is going to get me past that first down marker. Now we can see from the play, our tight end. So what are we in short? So our tight end right now, he's not going to get us the first down if he's in close combat. Okay, he's not going to get us the first down. He's in close combat. So we need an extraordinary play out of this guy right now to not only catch in traffic, but then also to shed and get upfield to make that play. That's like asking a lot. Okay, but if we think, all right, my guy's going to go straight upfield, his route is straight upfield, stop and turn around, boom. As he's done, he's made the flag. Even if he's covered right now, even if he's swamped like our tight end is right now, so if this guy was a little bit closer, he's still beyond the sticks. So because he's beyond the sticks, all he needs to do is that one thing, that catch. Okay. We are going to go... I had hoped, I'll be honest, I had hoped to go through the entire game. How many plays have we got total in the playlist? Oh, we got 90. I'm not going to sit here and go through every single one. I'll just keep going until about an hour. I think an hour is enough of film for me to kind of keep going on, especially when I keep mentioning a lot of the same points. But let's have a look, shall we, what's going on next. So we've got defense. Yeah, everybody's playing around. Where's our first read? Once again, let's look for our first read. Let's look at those guards. What's going on? Okay, so here's another great example of a read. Now, defensive football. Sorry, offensive football. Offensive linemen cannot be downfield on a pass. You know, usually it's like 3, 4, 5, 6 yards downfield. You're not going to be able to get away with that in football. Okay, so when we look at this play, one of the things that you can do, we talked about the guards, you know, pulling and opening and leading the way left to right. The other big giveaway about the play, if he drives forwards, watch this guard right here. Okay, watch him. What happens? Check with me. Check with me. Excellent. Look at this. See how his first steps are forward. First, all forward. All forward. So let's. Silly things getting on. Let's break this out. So he is 2 steps in already. He is 2, 3 steps in. Once again, ball's not been handed off. So if we're still relying on this handoff, a lot of the time, if we're relying on this handoff right now, okay, we are a second, we are 3, 4 steps into the play where the read can be taken and we can diagnose the play. Read the guard. Read that guard. Once again, if you're a corner, okay, if we've seen this guy downfield here, we're still backing off a little bit, but we see this guy down here, rather than spying the backfield. If you spy this guard and you can see, I mean, here's the line of scrimmage. Look at this. If we spy this, we can get involved and you can come down, swoop down, make sure nothing's coming back on the play. We can see that our Viper is kind of forcing here. We can come down here and back that up. We can, you know, if we want to charge headlong into this and take someone's legs out, we can be super aggressive on the run. But the reads are there. So here's the ball. He's at the line of scrimmage now, and just look at all these linemen downfield. And look at this guy right downfield. He is now, you know, 10 yards downfield, carried that block. Now, one of the things that I would like D linemen to think about, and there's nothing wrong with this, guys. There's absolutely nothing wrong. If you have lost a block, okay, if you cannot get off the block and you are 3 yards back, hit the floor. Hit the floor, okay? Because what happens is, so let's watch this guy again, this offensive lineman. It's a great block by him. You can't deny it. He's got hands on, and he's taking him back, okay? Taking him back. If at any point, okay, any point you go down to the floor here, you create a landmark. You create an area of space that the running back has to adjust to. So even if you fall to the floor here, whilst you're blocked, even if they do the thing that they do, which they follow you down and pin you down, you have created a landmark here, okay? If you continue to fight and lose space, look how far back we are now. Okay, look at that big change of distance, just trying to fight the block. So you don't always need to win the one-on-ones, strength, technique, that kind of thing. You can win them full smarts. Once again, he's got his hand on right here. If you already think, shit, I cannot win this battle here. This is where we start. This is where we end, all the way over here. If you just fall to the floor in a crumpled mess right here, landmark, mess, space, chaos for a running back to have to deal with. Instead of all this space. Because look right now, see this guy right here. This lineman who's charging downfield looking for blood. So if we say, let's see this play again. I appreciate, I think it's a linebacker that he's got hands on here. But anyway, so right here, if we figure out, okay, I can't make this play, I'm going to drop to the floor right here. This space right here is suddenly gone. And you can see that lineman coming up field. Look at this, charging up, looking for someone. If you're in this space on this floor, this lineman has to adjust. He has to slow down. He has to be aware of what's going on here. Okay? This space, we've got a body on the floor. As it is, he's got free reign to come up and find that next guy, which means if he's finding it, the running back's following him as well. Hey, it's a great play here. That's a great tackle. Who was that from? Was that the corner? So here he is. Here's the running back. Here's one lead. Here's one lead. Yeah, great work. Great work in there. I think that was the Viper, wasn't it? Regardless. Yeah, Viper. Great work. But that's it. It's just these tiny little things. You know, rather than losing 10, 15 yards, hit the floor. Hit the floor. There's nothing wrong with being on the floor and creating that mess. Because when there is mess on the floor, you have to work around it. Okay? Worst case scenario, you know, the running back runs over you and stops and you get credited for a tackle, that kind of thing, you know? What are we on? 5:56. So we're going to go a couple more plays. Okay, so once again, 51. Where's 51 going? There's the ball. So here's where that, once again, so you remember what I said earlier in the video, talking about that running back, okay? Chances are a lot of the time, he's going to go across the quarterback's face. But sometimes they put that counter step in where they step in and they go the opposite way. This is what happens here. So if we're reading, okay, if we're reading the running back, okay, let's go with the running back. We'll look at the guards in a minute. So he's coming in. There's that step forward. So in theory, he's taking that step here. So if we're reading that and we're fast on the reaction to it, we might think boom and take a step, 2 steps this way to meet it. Okay? Then we're a step or 2 this way out of position, and so then he flows the opposite way. Okay? Typical counter football. Great. However, if we go back and we think about the guards, okay? I've not seen too much of their game film to suggest that they would counter with fake guards or anything like that. They do it in the NFL at the top levels where they fake guard pulls and things like that. We don't really do it at this level. But watch the guard. Look at 50, okay? See how he's turned? And he's looking like he's going down this way here, right? So what does that tell us? With their scheme, we know they like to follow their guards. So it doesn't matter what's going on, doesn't matter what that counter step is. That guard is opened and he's going down the line of scrimmage. Look at him go. He's looking for that first person. So this step is going to take him that way. Look at that. And he's going to tuck him behind that guard. So read that guard. That guard is going to tell us a lot of shit that's happening. So watch this. This is great. This is really great from the safety. So read the guards. Watch what's going on. Watch him read the play. So we've got, there's the guard. He's slightly pulling. Do you see those couple of shuffles to the right there? He's read it. He's feeling and he's gone. See that? How he turns and he's running towards the play. Okay? Read the guard. Read the play. What are our linebackers doing? Let's have a look, shall we? We're all down nice and close to the line of scrimmage. I'm not giving too much away. A couple of steps. That guard's gone. We should know. Boom. We should be through that gap. Through that gap that guard's left. Now, in theory, they're going to be doing some down blocking and some bits of traffic to cut that backside off. But we should know, as soon as that guard vacates that gap, you've got to fill that gap. Got to fill that gap. Get down the backside of the play. Let's have a look again. There it is. There's that gap. We've got a flare, it looks like, from the end. So we've got a flare. So he's drawing the tackle round. If this backside guard is pulling, that means there's a lot of space here for you to shoot down, come up the backside of that play to make a tackle. Once again, it's these tiny things. He's reading these guards. Because, Sandbacker. Well, again, let's look at Sandbacker. We're still reading. We're taking a step back here. We're still stepping back. We're stepping back here, okay? So we're about 3 seconds into the play. Looks to me like we're reading the backfield, Now, if we've read that pulling guard, okay, we think pulling guard, rather than those 2-3 steps backfield, if you've seen that pulling guard, you know, okay, where's that guard going? He's going this way. Great. So what does that mean for me? That means I have to get down to the off tackle position and make something happen at this side here. Okay? Gives us a better idea of what's going on. Here, we're still waiting. We're still waiting. We've seen it here. Will is coming across the line. So once again, Will should be filling the hole, chasing it down from the backside. And then our angle, we're slow to the top end here. Okay, he finds the space and he's through. It's just unfortunate. It's there the whole time. It's there the whole time. Obviously, it's very difficult for us to break down what happens on that backside, the blocks and what's happened just because of this angle. But let's see. Once again, break it down. Boom. There's the read. There's the guard. The guard's gone. If we see that, Sam, boom, straight down here. If we see that, maybe the Viper sees it, maybe he doesn't. But you should be on force. Okay, Viper, we should be on force. Maybe if our corner sees that guard pulling, he knows it's run. So what do you know, corner? Down, force back in as well. Let's see how fast our corner is. Okay. So right here. Let's have a look at the matchup with the receiver. We're very tentative. We're very tentative here. Okay? Very tentative. What I would love to see is, you know how we saw with the ends, I pointed that out earlier, how you've got to run and come back to the play. I'd almost like you to see the cornerbacks do the same thing on these edges. Because, one, if we've read run here, okay, we're getting downfield, okay? We're still playing outside. We can see this guy stalking you. Because even if he gets his hands on you and you're outside, if you're speeding past him, okay, you're going to be in a better position here to make a play or to create something on the field than just hanging around here waiting for the contact. Okay. Unfortunate there. All right, guys, I'm gonna leave. Oh, little pooch punt. Hey, great heads up play, Harrison. By the way, great heads up play. All right. They pushes it in. Heads up, get down on it. Protect the ball. I'm gonna leave it there, guys. Like I say, I mean, I've got through 35 plays, and that's an hour. So if we've got 90 plays, that means I'd be here for 3 hours, right? And chances of anybody apart from Alan watching that much film, because he watches about 8 hours a week usually. It is like, so let's do that. Lots of things to look at there, though. Lots of things to look at. Key things for me defensively. It's a read. It's all about reading that guard. And if we can understand Will Backer, if you can read that guard, or even, you know, the sandbacker if they pull to the weak side, as soon as that guard goes, as soon as he goes, let's fill that gap. Let's chase that pack down from the backside of the play. That also means, Sam, if you're reading those line, or, you know, the run side linebacker, we'll call him, if you're reading those guards pulling, if you see them turn up field, you know where that ball's going. You can get yourself down there and cause a little bit of chaos. One of the things I like seeing done is lead blockers chopped down. You can go in and chop down and create chaos behind that line of scrimmage, create a pile so that the running back has to do something. So, linebackers, let's get a little bit smarter. Fill the gap, chase it down, attack that backside or that front side, wherever that play is going. Also, if you're on a block that you cannot win, hit the deck, take it down, create a pile on the floor. That's great from that point of view. Offense, you can see it, those bits are there. Those bits are there, those little chunk plays. Let's get a throw here, let's get a throw there. Those 4 yards. It's there. There's enough for us there to make a drive go. Okay? little dinks and dunks. Let's get it on. So that's all I've got for you today, guys. As always, if you've got any questions or queries, let me know. We'll get after it on Wednesday. Apart from that, have a great couple of days. Hopefully you're all nice and relaxed. I don't know what else to say apart from bye, guys. Yeah, let's get after it, guys. Hard week of training, and let's get back on the field again on Sunday. Have a good one.